This is a bad channel. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the world is pretty weird right now. Everyone is burnt out or lonely or disconnected or pretend like they're not. And I'm definitely not an exception. I feel like my life crashed and burned a while back, career-wise, emotionally, mentally. I had a really bad burnout. I had some really traumatic other things happened to me, and I ended up having to leave LA for a number of reasons, but it was just I couldn't be there anymore. It was impossible. So now I'm back in Sweden. I felt awful, and I realized I couldn't keep pretending like things were fine. So I'm making this channel. I needed to have a space that is low stakes, sustainable, and honest. Somewhere where I can be a human being and not a YouTuber, if that makes sense. For me, this channel is that space, and I hope that it can be the same for many of you guys, like a place we can kind of come to and be like, hey, I'm not really in a good place or whatever, and yeah, we can come here and just kind of do stuff. Every once in a while, it's just like, how do you even take a step forward, you know? It's not really about being the worst. It's more about being at your emotional rock bottom or feeling really lost in the way we live our lives right now. And I definitely feel it. And don't worry, this channel is going to be fun as well. But this is kind of my motivation why I'm starting this. So why am I calling the channel bad? It's that it's not going to be optimized at all. I'm not going to follow the algorithm necessarily, at least not the trends that people are successful in the algorithm with. I'll be saying what I think about stuff all the time, even if my thoughts are still forming. I'm going to be wrong a lot, and I hope that when I say stuff that is super wrong or upset you, you'll be okay with that, and I'll do the same for you guys. It's just kind of a place where you can let out all the stuff that I feel like we're all hiding now. Like, you know how on Instagram everyone needs their lives to look perfect or whatever. It's a cliche, right? But I feel like the same thing has happened even with our personalities and our opinions. Like, you're so afraid of saying something that's wrong that it's hard to say something at all before you've really went down the rabbit hole of figuring things out. The thing is, we could figure things out together, and that's what I'm hoping this channel can be. And I would love to hear from you guys' thoughts and takes. I want you to argue with me. I want to hear what you guys want me to talk about. And we will talk about a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, calling the channel bad is a way for me to make space for that, for mess and honesty and presence. Just I'll be able to upload here a lot because I know that it's not a high pressure environment. So what type of videos will I post? I can hear you thinking that. It's weird to just be saying that before I posted anything, but it could be music related sometimes, but the idea is that it's not. If you're unfamiliar with my main channel, which would be insane, why are you watching this if you're not? Then, you know, I have a music channel, but I just want to be able to talk about anything. And to be honest, a lot of my musical thoughts and everything are already out there. I'm very happy to be able to broaden the scope and talk about whatever in a simple way. I have so many ideas and thoughts that I just never had anywhere to put. So this is where that's gonna go, basically. But yeah, it will often be pop culture or internet stuff, even TikToks or weird internet rabbit holes, personal takes. I think a lot about, this is gonna sound boring, but like I think a lot about what it means to be a good person, or like, you know, how do you live as a good person now, and what does that mean in this hyper individual society? And I feel like the grind is so heavy and people don't really think about helping the world anymore. And if you talk about helping the world, it's really just a way to frame, you know, to make yourself earn more money or whatever. Like, I feel like no one's, well, people are, but it's quite uncommon to be really front and center with your principles or your ideals, right? And that's a huge bummer for me because I feel like that was more common when I grew up, that it would be more about that. Like, what type of person do you want to be for the world, right? Not only for your wallet, or like, how do I monetize being a good person so everyone likes me and I get a lot of money or whatever. That whole thing doesn't feel good to me. But yeah, the videos will be quick and scrappy, recorded, edited, and uploaded by me. So don't expect awesome edits. It's very much about the ideas and just about me being here a lot, like many videos, many bad videos. That's kind of the idea of the channel. You're getting too much Joel, like what the channel is called. And you might be wondering, like, why is this not a podcast or whatever? Because a lot of it's going to be talking. But, you know, I'm a YouTuber. This is where I feel home. And I want to show you guys visual stuff too. Again, I don't want this to be like a feature creep where I more and more start adding stuff. but maybe every once in a while I want to show you what I'm talking about, do some screen sharing or whatever. And sometimes I'll just be talking about something that's cool or not cool. Even if it is simple, I want it to be visual. I think it helps me connect more than anything to be able to film like this. I did this for a decade already, so the whole podcast thing feels less good to me. But what is this channel not? What isn't this channel? That's how you say that. It's not a polished persona. I'm just gonna be this guy forever. You might have noticed that I'm not really speaking in a super interesting way right now. This is just kind of how I speak in my day to day, and I want to keep doing that for many reasons. I used to, on the Rumi official channel, I used to start the camera and be like, and maybe say hi to the editor, like, hi editor. And then I'd start yelling because that was the vibe of that channel, and making jokes and being happy all the time. And while I am, to some extent a silly person, it was definitely amped up. And on this channel, I want to pull back on that a little bit so that I can just show up in an easy way. This is not like a new brand or strategy. It's just like almost to help with burnout for me. I just want to have something where I'm just connecting with you guys, because that was the thing I loved about doing daily videos on my main channel, was to just be there and chat to you guys and have a back and forth. And I don't have the whatever it takes to upload that frequently on the main channel anymore. So that's going to be here. It's just a place to talk and think in public for both me and you guys. So again, I want to hear everything. Eventually we'll have maybe a new Reddit and a Discord server or whatever. But for now, I think the comments will be fine, considering how small I'm expecting this channel to be for quite some time. I'm expecting this to be ugly. It's going to look really bad compared to the main channel view-wise, and even content-wise. I'm going to probably get better, I guess, at talking to the camera. But again, I just want to be myself. So what do I hope this channel becomes? I want it to be a place where we can build something together and just feel like, we're going somewhere. I would love that. I would love to have a back and forth and have the type of space online that I don't feel like I've really found, that's nuanced and doesn't shame necessarily people for having different viewpoints. Of course, there's a limit, right? But I think we all kind of have to think together, and I think there's way too much, like either you're on this team or you're on this team. By the way, do you see my name sign? I just read it. It says, hello, my name is Joel. I don't know how visible that is on camera, but it's pretty lit. You can suggest topics and debate my takes, tell me how I'm wrong, or just listen, whatever you want to. It can be chill like this probably. And yeah, just a little corner for people who want to figure out their stuff. And I definitely want to figure out my stuff. So welcome to this. I'm thinking of it as a community. I'm thinking of it like something we're collaborating on, It's not a channel about excellence. It's about motion and just being there, one foot in front of the next. Things are uncertain, but we'll make the best of it. And yeah, this is a bad channel, and I'm okay with it being that. Ask your doctor if TMJ is right for you. That's too much Joel. That's channeling. Okay. I'll see you in the next one very soon.